Howdy, folks. Hope you can all hear me okay. Uh, just give me a shout in the chat if anything is vague or nasty. Good. ah, right. Now, who do we have in the stream? A very good morning, afternoon, and evening to all you fine fellows and lasses out there. Nice to see you all. Another Sunday rolls around. And weather's looking a bit grey and overcast out there. A few spots of rain are just descending upon us. So I wouldn't say it's been really hot or anything like that. It hasn't. It's been high 60s, which has been comfortable. So Brian, I'm sure you'll be relieved about that because I know you don't like the hot weather. Very good morning to James. I hope you are reclining suitably on your sofa, James, and taking it easy because James has just had a heart operation, all done with via the vein type of thing, but still pretty serious. So take it easy there, James. There's Greg, Great Northern. A very good morning to you too. We've got JD and Ray Bertelsen in the chat also, and Curly Express has joined us from the flat state of Illinois. It's not flat. Yes, it is. It's as flat as a pancake. Moneybrook Junction, Mark and Lisa. Very good afternoon. Working last week, eh? Oh, what, on the Sabbath? Dear. Carl Braun, a very good afternoon to you and to all of yours. And Doris Locomotive Shed has joined us from the Emerald Isle. And Scott Rouse, a very good morning to you over there, Dave. And Signal Cabin, a very good day to you also. Delft Junction Pete has joined us. Well, quite a crowd today. Smallwood Junction, Paul and Paris. Very good afternoon to you too. And Digger Evans, of course, and Brian, stalwarts of the channel. And Dino, hey, there he is. Yes, a little overcast today, but we won't let that dampen our spirits. And 156 Andrew has joined us, and I'd just like to extend my condolences to Andrew because he lost his father. That's not an easy thing to have to deal with. Been through it myself, and support for you, Andrew. I know it's really tough, and we're all with you there, pal. Not an easy thing to face, and it's cheers, Andrew. But it's nice to see you've got your chin up, and that's the attitude. Time, they say, is a great healer, and that is true. It's been 2 years since my father died, and I mean, you get memories come back all the time, but they're all pretty much good. So you tend to get a handle on it as time goes on. But strength to you, brother. I hope Carl Braun is okay today. Nice to see you, Carl. I hope you are cooking up a storm as usual. The Canadian wildfire smoke is finally clearing out of Minnesota. Thought it was yesterday, but it's stuck around another day. Yes, that's obviously doing your lungs a whole deal of good there, Greg. That's not a nice thing to have to deal with, particularly when it's day after day, week after week, month after month. These forest fires, they can take an awful long time to burn themselves out because there's not much the human race can do about it once they've probably started it in the first place. But there you go. Sarah Johnson, hi from Mrs. Captain Static. A very, very good afternoon to you, Sarah. Welcome in to this very humble little channel in Jerkwater, United Kingdom. But there you go. Thomas Gracia's got a goodbye Viper. Hello A1 Mini. Big upgrade. Ooh, I'll be checking on that later, Thomas. Rest assured. Mark will be in soon. Oh, okay. The captain himself. Welcome in. Yes, it's to mark the 200th anniversary of trains in general, from 1825 to 2025, 200 years. There is a big gathering up at Derby where Dino comes from, or is living at the moment. I don't know if you come from there, Dino. Perhaps you can put us right there. Yes, it's quite a big event marking 200 years of trains. So I thought I'd go a bit pioneering today. So I've got the rocket going round, and I've also got the locomotion, which is going, it's behind me. It's behind you. There. Aha. So yeah, I'll set them up. They're not easy to set up, these things. They're very, very delicate. And they do. I took a long time yesterday trying to get them all back on the track and make sure they were behaving themselves, which fortunately they are. Very good for lost his son last week. Very tragic event. That's an awful thing to happen, James. I've seen that a couple of times. Parents burying their children, and that's just awful. No, the connectors are. Yes, they are indeed. Yeah, they're little sort of plastic chains that go between the carriages. Right there. It slows down at that point. There's a little tiny sort of a divot out there, and that's the place it slows down. Now, I mean, these things are great. I'm pushing them about as hard as they can with just 4 coaches on the back. Now, these are very, very lightweight coaches, very little drag also, but these are tiny little motors in these things, and there's not a great deal of traction. James is recovering, still very tired. Yeah, well, that's only to be expected, James. You take it easy there, brother. You only get one heart on that. Yes, born in Derby. The big event is 5 minutes up the road from me. Yeah. Now I'm going to come on to that because it's an all-ticket event. You cannot just turn up on the day and get in. They did it over 3 days, which was Friday, Saturday, yesterday, and today. And that's it. As soon as they put all the tickets up for sale on this website, it crashed because the demand would just outstrip the website. And then you get a whole debacle about, well, I didn't get my tickets and this guy's got it and I haven't, and I've had to pay through the nose and all of this kind of jazz. They should just do it, turn up on the day and pay. That's fairer for everyone. First come, first served. I don't know if you're with me there, but all of this pre-event ticketing. There's Anthony Dodge. Very good morning to you, Anthony. Getting the kayak loaded up. That sounds like physical exertion. Yeah, the physical exertion I have is get the model out of the packet, put it on the track. There you go. Right, Chuck Schreiber, a very good morning to you in South Texas. Yeah, I don't agree with this packaging an event to try and I don't know what the attempt is. I don't know if it's about insurance and they want to limit the amount of people in on a particular day. There's Joe Rader. A very good morning to you, Joe. Nice to see you. I hope you are well and fizzing. I think that's if you're going to go to an event, you should be able to pay on the door. It shouldn't be down to who's lucky on the website. Just my take on it. I don't know what you guys feel about this kind of thing, but it's the same with ordering models these days. They don't seem to make them in any huge quantity that will sit on shelves in any particular store. They want everything sold. So if they're going to make a model, they want to guarantee that everything's sold by having pre-orders. And I think it's just gone a little too far in that direction. You cannot go into a model shop anymore and, buy something new. You have to either wait for, I don't know, whoever doesn't pay, and then it actually hits the store shelves. I don't know. But I find that a little frustrating. I think perhaps there's Stanover Mark. Very good afternoon to you. Good morning. Yes, nice to see you, Mark. I hope everything is well down on the south coast. If it's anything like here, it's a bit grey and overcast, but the weather is chaos. Long may it continue. So it keeps us on our toes anyway. So yes, it's a pioneering day today. These are obviously running on DC. Brian, I'm sure you'll be happy to hear that. On a zero budget for 2 months trains. Right, okay, yeah, James. Yeah, I'm with you there. It is it is an increasingly expensive hobby, but it always has been. Let's be under no illusions. Andy 81E. Hi all. Hotdog Andy, that's me. Hello, Andy. Good to see you. Is it okay? Stuffing his face with lunch. That's as it should be. Yeah, I'm with you there. I've already had my fish, and so has Blondie. She's splattered out somewhere full of grilled fish. Yeah, that's the way. Happy dog, happy me. But she hasn't hassled me yet to go out walkies, so that will come a little bit later. But walking dogs in the rain is a bit pants. But it has to be done. The doggies have to be walked. Otherwise, they will just waste away. There you go. So, yes, indeed. The pioneering sets are out at the moment. About halfway through, we'll switch over and we'll go over to DCC. I've got a 440 in Southern. This is US Southern livery, which, like the UK, is green. Very green, yes. And on the other side, I've got the Titfield Thunderbolt out again, which is DCC sound, with some extra carriages and bits and pieces on there. Have a pork pie too. Yes, me too. Yeah, I like a pork pie. Cheese and pickle sandwiches. Okay. Yeah, as long as the pickle isn't too blue, that's okay. So yeah, I thought I'd go pioneering today, just as a little mark of respect for the 200th anniversary of trains. It all started up in the northeast with the locomotion, and the first, I suppose was it the first passenger? I suppose they did load the coal trucks up with people and say, yeah, come on, have a trip. Oh yeah, I'm swearing again, saying DCC, Digital Command Control. That's my favourite sandwich, cheese and pickle. Yeah, you just see how the rocket's struggling just at that one spot. There's a little dip in the track there, and it just doesn't like it. I did actually load up an extra carriage on that, but it was just too much. It was sitting there spinning its wheels. No pork pies, eh? You'll have to fix that, Mark. So, yes, there is this one also. I'll bring that closer so you can... this one Richard got me for Father's Day. It is the mail coach, which goes... And you can just see the little plastic chain that connects it there. I mean, it's still connected there, but I mean, these are very, very dainty little things with these tiny little steps which are hanging down here, and they are uber fragile. So yes, very, very fine wire railings along the top. Yeah, really quite tasty, but let's just give them a spin. You see, those wheels are almost frictionless. But even said that, and this is very, very lightweight, but you put 5 of these behind the rocket and it has real trouble pulling it, because the rocket has to be light, otherwise it wouldn't be able to move itself. And then add the train to it, and it quickly overwhelms it to the point where it's just sitting there spinning its wheels. A little extra weight wouldn't go amiss inside the rocket, but then you've got the problem of size. I mean, you're talking that big for the boiler, so trying to add some weight in there without you actually seeing it is difficult. Yeah, they're super looking little things. I mean, basically Hornby have used the parts bin for these. Once they got the coaches that they've made, they used the chassis for that coach for just about everything. So yeah, they've been using the parts bin. I think I'm caught up now. Got some time to sit on the computer before heading out when Joyce is ready. She goes, I'm ready. Right, okay, off we go. Well, enjoy yourself, Anthony. And I don't know if while you're kayaking you have some kind of inflatable to keep you afloat, just in case you do a flippy. But take care out there, because it's our Friday night portion is very dear to our hearts. Yeah, okay. Hope you're both keeping well. Yeah, oh, good. Okay, super. Canadian Locomotive Logistics has joined us. A very good morning to you. I hope Canada is everything you'd hoped it to be this morning. I'm sure it is. Only visited Canada once. I loved it. I thought it was a fantastic country. Went to Toronto, saw Niagara Falls and lots of the local bits and pieces. I loved it. I thought Canada was a fabulous place. And if you get a chance to visit Canada, yeah, do it. Do it. People are really nice. Dave included. Anthony's inflatable has arms and legs. Oh, yeah. Well, one of those, what do they call them? A full immersion suit. Yes, you wear swim vests just on the local river. You know what the saying is, Anthony? You could drown in 3 inches of water in a puddle. So just take care out there. And I know you will, because you're a teacher and you have intelligence. So, yeah, don't let the fun get you carried away. Thanks for giving me a good morning. Well, good morning greetings and good afternoon greetings is what we're all about. And talking of which, there's another Dave. Sparky 107. A very good morning to you, Dave. I hope you are preparing yourself for your meet and greet, which should be a fabulous event. There's the maple leaf. Well, hey, how about that? Yeah, it's Pioneering Day today, Dave, and Tom's Marklin Trains. Very good morning to you also. Yeah, the rocket with 4 coaches. Obviously, there's the baggage coach, which is right behind the engine, because all of the smuts and bits and pieces coming out of the funnel would cover the open wagon. And then, of course, you've got first class up the back. And on the other side, where are we? It's coming. There it is. There's the locomotion. There. With some children wagons. Not sure how they're served up in the English language. But these have got little tiny chains, real chains, with magnets on them, and that's how they connect. So as you pull them into close proximity, they just snap together. Yeah, brilliant. And they work very well with the locomotion. You get a little magnetic fastener for the locomotion, so you can pull these wagons, and you get that with the wagon set, which is really good because that saved a bit of aggro. Right, let's get you down onto the track so you can see the action. Here we go. Here comes the vomit can. Sorry about this, ladies and gentlemen. Normal service will be resumed as soon as possible. All right, here we go. Here comes the locomotion. Do the locomotion. Probably going as fast as it possibly ever could. And here comes the rocket with third class, a fancy coach, and two of the traditional fancy coaches. And yeah, you can DCC these things. They take 6-pin DCC, tiny little boards that slide in. To put DCC sound in these things is just a bridge too far. But apparently putting DCC chip in these makes them a whole lot smoother than just plain DC, allegedly. Might want to stay in a hotel at St. Thomas if you're going to arrive that late and only stay one night. A little bit of advice there from Sparky. Must have been really excited to see the rocket when it was first built back in the day. Yes, I'm that old, Digger. I am. I'm that old. Oh, yeah. Well, the locomotion was, 1825? So 200 years. Yes, I'm but a mere lad. And there's Eric. Very good morning to you, Eric. I hope today finds you well. And just as fizzing for life as always. And Wanda Eisenbaum. There's Eric and Cara and Willie. Very good morning to you. I hope you are, again, well and fizzing. 2 nights then, that makes sense. Yeah. And Ian Melling has joined us. Very good day to you, Ian. Hope today finds you well. It's Pioneering Day on the old layout. Here comes the rocket just from behind you, pulling some suitably ancient coaches. And ahead of you, the locomotion with some children wagons. Yeah, it just shows you these things can run on DC. From what I understand, they are a whole lot better on DCC. I'm sure Brian would disagree with me there, but that's the consensus of opinion from people that have actually done it. I think it smooths out a lot of because it uses a back EMF function, it smooths out a lot of the mechanical friction of the locomotive and smooths out the jerkiness. That's the way I understand it. Today is the last day to bid on the meet and greet rail cars auction. Yeah, well, I did look at that, Dave, and James's wallet is bigger than mine. Let's put it that way. I was interested in one of the cabooses, but I think James had already put in something like a bid of $150, and I thought, whoa. After I forked out for the D10, yeah, the wallet has said, no more, please. Yes, please spare me. I cannot pay out any more money. Yeah, this here, Greg, is the mail coach. So you've got a little seat up there where obviously you have somebody like Pinkerton who's sitting up there and making sure that nobody snatches all of the mail, valuable as it might be. Yeah, it's literally like a horseless carriage. Yeah, add a few horses to the front of it and a driver up here, and yeah, you'd be away. So yeah, they were pretty basic back in the day, but then not bad for pioneering. All of the ingredients was there. It's just that what came much later made them look a bit ridiculous, really. Particularly when you compare something like this to something like a big boy, which weighs 500 tons. Right, well, we're coming up to the halfway point, so I will divert the locomotion off to its siding. And if I click this one, then the rocket should then come down this way. Now I've got a control 2 here, so I'm just going to concentrate a bit. Sorry, ladies and gents. Right, locomotion's coming round now. That should be heading over this side. All I have to do is control the power. Will it make it over the points? It has. And it's made it over the 3-way point. And stop right there. Insulated. Right, here comes the rocket, and that should diverge off down to the other track. Just make sure that's going somewhere it's onto a free track. It is indeed. So it should now diverge. There she goes. And then we'll cook up some DCC sound action. Seems to be a lot of cooking going on this morning. There you go. Right, let me get on the power controller. Right, let me drag you over the other side and you should be able to see it better. Here she comes. Right, slow down. Let's see how slow we can get her. Yeah, she's still moving. That's not bad for DC. These things are almost silent. And stop right there. How about that? Right, isolate that. And let's flick over to, let me just, I'll leave that one open. And we're going to switch to DCC now. Here we go. Right, we're on. Okay. Recall. Here comes some sound. Hopefully. No, and go. Headlight on. Reverse. There goes the Johnson bar. Flick the points. And we are ready. Reverse. Watch Lindsay's build live in 30 minutes. Maybe not. the headlight's not on. Yeah, it's going backwards. Right, let's get you back over the other side. Da, 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 da. And here she comes. Stop. Forward, hold. Right, now I've got to keep an eye on this one because it does like to uncouple at the first carriage. Right. Okay, I think everything is hunky-dory with that one. Let's bring out the tip-filled Thunderbolt. I'll just silence that one there a second so we can hear what we're doing. We'll go recall. Power on. Switch open. Sound. Reverse. Hey, it's Todd Armstrong. Very good day to you, Tom. Sorry, you've caught me concentrating at the moment. I'm just trying to get this here train out. What happened? Something's gone wrong, ladies and gentlemen. Forgive me a second. Oh. Now what on earth's happened? I'll move that one round there. Let me just turn that one around. And I can tell you now, it's now raining quite heavily. So we were right about that. That's better. Right. Oh, I know why. Because I never did that. Right. Okay. Normal service will now be resumed. What an absolute cluster. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Right. Next thing to do is go around the block and start this one off again. Okay, she's off. Silence that one. Here comes this one. And off we go. Well, Andrew, there certainly should be a bloopers award for that one. What I've actually done is I've left the point open over there, and as soon as this got down to this point, it shorted it. So, duh. Right, 70 speed steps that is now on. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you had a pleasant stay with Screw It All Up Airways. Oh man, now I need a coffee. Here's one I made earlier. Cheers, everybody. Yes, thank you, Anthony. That was merely a minor issue. A complete snafu, more like. But yes, that was entirely pilot-induced. Hotdog pilot-induced, I'm afraid. Oh, 6.5 minutes late already. Right, let's get the sound on the other one. Otherwise, it will be getting lonely. Here we go. For those who are interested in this kind of thing, we are pulling somewhere in the order of 0.21 of an amp. So a fifth of an amp. Not bad for two DCC sound locomotives, albeit diminutive. Oh, take it easy, Todd. Yes, I know you like your Formula One stuff, so enjoy that, matey. Yes, definitely non-traditional. Oh, let's get the light going on this one. Headlight. There we go. Resplendent in southern green. I'm sure Mystic John would love this. I think Mystic John's a southern man, is he not? If I run these at sparky speed, would they indeed stay on the track? Considering these are pioneering locomotives, I doubt if either of them ever went really much above 50 miles an hour. So I'd say Southern's about 40 miles an hour now. And the Titfield Thunderbolt, maybe 20 to 25 miles per hour. Those in the UK might recognise the Titfield Thunderbolt from the film of the same name. Oops. The little girlie has fallen over on the platform. Now lives in Quahoe, otherwise known as Rhode Island. What make is this southern loco? It is it's a Bachmann, Joe. I think it's one of their Spectrum locomotives. Let me just pull the box. There we go. Right. The box looks like this, Joe. Yeah, it's a Spectrum. There's the details on there. I'll move it a bit closer. Baldwin Modern 440 in Southern. Bugger. Oh well, never mind. That was my Allen keys hitting the deck. Sorry about that. Noisy bugger. Yes, I think on this one, Joe, I doctored it a bit to get the sound levels down a bit because it was quite loud. And once this was running, you couldn't hear yourself think. So I turned everything down a bit. Yeah, Pete, there's definitely madness in my method, or method in my madness. I think it's a matter of looking ahead and you think, have I got one of these? No, I don't think so. What can I run it with? The age-old problem. And we've got Mike H.O. Trains. A very good morning to you, Mike. Hope the weather is suitable where you are. And March West Junction, Andy. Very good morning. Here comes the Titfield Thunderbolt. These I borrowed off of Richard. Those are the coaches for the tramway engine, the J70. So I snaffled them. And the rest of the blue coach, the low loader and the brake van all come from the Titfield Thunderbolt set. Sorry, Andrew, I'm trying to behave. Yeah, no cussing. Now, where are my Allen keys? There are the offending Allen keys. Yeah, big bunch of them. Has a key ring at the top and it hangs on a screw. Not well. That's better. That's better. They've stayed put now. Let's try a little more sparky speed on the Titfield Thunderbolt. That's as near as we can get to sparky speed on the Thunderbolt. Have a whistle. Oh, who's on vacation? Is that Mike H.O. Trains on vacation? $38.25. I'm amazed that 38 people, 39 people now have joined us in the chat. A very good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you may be. The Tip-Filled Thunderbolt. And coming from behind you in the next 10 seconds will be a Southern 440 pulling a suitable rake of Southern coaches. There's one for Mystic John. We now have 28 likes, so that's very good, very good. Keep it up, guys and gals. I haven't seen Maura King today, so if you happen to be looking in afterwards, Maura, a very good day to you, and I hope the Emerald Isle is as promising as ever. Oh, what's Brian going to have a go at later? Banky's also requesting a slowdown. Isn't that always the way, Anthony? Ah, yes, Lyndon. Well, Anthony, perhaps we'll have to make some discreet inquiries to see if he's okay. I'll have a bash at that after the live stream, see what we can find out. It may be just a case of the missing mojo, which I'm afraid strikes us all occasionally. Present company accepted. Haven't checked on the lights today. Are they all working okay? Looks that way. Bit of a photo bomb there. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, there's Ben. Hello, Ben. Welcome back in, mate. I hope you're back from Alaska, all safe and sound. And I hope you had a very enjoyable time there, Ben. Yeah, Brian, I'm afraid that's a case of life getting in the way. I know you're obviously still working and probably working hard. I know you're working hard. And there's only so much time in the day to get motivated for trains. Something has to give. Well, here's the remnants of the coffee. Ladies and gentlemen, cheers. Well, Ben, I'm looking forward to a live stream so you can tell us all about it. If you can arrange that, that would be absolutely super, mate. Obviously, if you get the time, because I know you're probably going to be busy now. Now, I should have mentioned this while Todd is in the stream, but here is the caboose. He very kindly, actually, it's Floyd Robbins got me this. I did put some KDs either side of it. They were a bit too low, the couplings that were on there, so I jacked them up a bit, filed off quite a bit of plastic underneath, put on some draft boxes, and the results, as you can see, it's a super Pennsylvania caboose. Thanks for that, Floyd. Then again, I'm sure Todd would be interested. And there's Jeff. Hello, Jeff. I know you've had a run-in with a few store shopkeepers. Never a nice thing, and it does whack your mojo somewhat, particularly when you've got things that don't work on the layout. Here's the Tickfield Thunderbolt for you. Pulling some suitably old coaches. And coming from behind you in about 20 seconds will be a Southern 440 Americana with some suitable coaches. Hope you enjoy that. I think we might have a Pennsylvania day coming up. With a nice Pullman on the back. And it says on the front, Dear Court on the back. Not bad, Jeff, not bad. No illnesses or nasty outbreaks at the moment. No skin disorders or sore feet. So I think I'm doing pretty well. Weather's a bit crap, but you've got to expect that in the UK. At least the temperature's gone down a bit now. We're not used to high temperatures here. So when we do get it, we tend to moan about it a bit. But then we moan about the weather, whether it's wet, cold, windy, hot. That's just one of the things we do. As you can see, everything's got an old flavour to it today. We're commemorating 200 years of trains from 1825 to 2025. There's a big exhibition going on today in Derby, in the UK, which is called The Great Gathering. So they've gathered together lots of the highlight engines from 200 years of railways, and they're having a big do up in Derby today. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It was a pre-ticketed event, so you can't just turn up and get in. I've already said my piece about that. I don't think that's a particularly good thing. It should be whoever gets there first gets in. Well, it does, but it's one of those inverse square laws. Every time it's the middle of winter and you're wishing for summer, and then you get summer and it's 90 degrees and you're wishing for winter. So I tend to enjoy the hot weather a lot more now, because getting old means you've got aches and pains and things like that, and the hot weather eases that a bit. Brian will find out about that when he gets to our age, Pete. And I understand we've got Monsville who's joined us. A very good day to you, Mon. I hope the Down Under Brigade is fully fit. Yeah, knackered knees and shoulders. I did find, Brian, that if I took a cod liver oil supplement, flavourless ones, of course, and garlic, that's odourless garlic, that tended to ease a lot of my knee problems. I used to cycle a lot, and the knees take a hell of a bashing when you're cycling. And yeah, I spent a lot of years on my knees as well, particularly working on telephone systems, so I understand where you're coming from there. Sam's Trains has just completed his 75th day in a row of work. There is an old phrase which says, too much work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. Yeah, the money's great, but just remember, you can't make time up. So make a bit of time for yourself and enjoy your life. You only get one. You only get one shot. So try and find a little bit of time in there for enjoyment. I'll go postal at 100 days. Yes, Target Hill Station, Charlie. Toronto, Charlie. Hello, Charlie. How are you? Well, Jeff, the Engage is very difficult because it's so small. I find that I'm already having to wear things like this, which is like a pair of optivisors, which fit over the head, something like that. And I have to use those for HO, so it's even worse for N scale. I think once N scale locos pack up, the best thing to do is to sideline them and buy a new one, because it's all very micro. Well, at least on the O gauge, the parts are big enough to work on without glasses. So there is that. And our eyesight is not getting any better as we get older. So I still find I can work on HO pretty well. Anything happens wrong with these, I know roughly what it takes to get the thing apart, get it fixed, get it back together. But N scale, that's a whole different ball game. Obviously, I can't advise who does N scale fixes in the States, but I'm sure there must be someone somewhere. Yeah, servicing a watch movement is really best left to the professionals. Luckily, a couple of villages over, there's a watchmaker and clockmaker who is obviously Rolex trained, so he should be able to handle just about anything. And they fixed up my marine clock very well, but it did cost an awful lot of money. Something in the order of £300. I think the main movement had to be replaced. It was quite a bit of work. And that kind of thing, yeah, best left to the professionals, I think. Yeah, I think if you've got the room for O gauge, yeah, go ahead and do it. Obviously, in the UK, O gauge has never really been that big because we just don't have the room in our rabbit warren size houses that they build for us. A good sized house compared to an American house would be a couple of £1 million over here. So it's horses for courses. Right. Let's just silence that one a minute. And we'll silence this one too. Like that. Grab thy camera. It's back on its perch. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed that cornucopia of early trains. Oh, there's Randall. Currently at work now. Randall, you're always at work. Another workaholic. That's a good thing. Obviously, Randall's got many things to buy for his model railroad, and the money does come in handy. It seems that everybody has got something happening today. Lots of live streams going on out there. Anyway, it's great to see you, Randall. St Mary's Church Model Railway. Stuart, I didn't see you come in there, so thanks for coming in. Always great to see you. I hope you enjoyed my early tribute to 200 years of railways in general. Yeah, it's fun to run the early stuff. I mean, I really do like the early stuff. Lots of character. Of course, the railway companies were feeling their way. The Rocket is a cool model, but it's very limited in what it can do. It's very, very lightweight, absolutely tiny. It's absolutely minuscule. It's only that big, including the tender. Thanks everybody for coming in. I've been tempted by the German copy, the Adler. Do Marklin do one? Do Marklin do an Adler? Might be something for you to look at there, Anthony, but it might take about an hour to get around your track. Right. Okay. Well, that's something to, once the wallet becomes replenished, I'm sure it will float to the surface at some time in the future. Thanks everybody for coming in. Hope you enjoyed it. I very much did, even though we had a blooper halfway through. This is a stony path that we follow when we do live streams. But I'm on the bunk there, aren't I? That's better. Yeah. I haven't got so much of a tilt now. Until next week, everybody stay safe out there and enjoy yourselves. Don't work too hard for those workers out there, particularly Joyce. Enjoy your kayaking, and great to see you, Eric. and Cara and Willie. Mons, have a great day down there. Chuck Schreiber, give my regards to Texas. And stay safe out there, everyone. I'll see you in the streams. And if not, what will we run next week? I'll think on it. Take care, everybody. Adios, amigos.